Hey everyone, in this video we are going to look at a use case specific to Service Portal. So right now I'm on the CSM portal and we have a couple of widgets on this home page. One of those widgets is featured articles. So this featured articles tab displays all the articles which are on the featured content tab of the customer service knowledge base. So if I scroll towards the bottom, there's a featured content tab and it contains 12 articles. But right now I can see only 5 articles in the CSM portal. Remaining 7 articles are not visible. So what we are going to do here is we are going to introduce a functionality with maybe a link or button that says show more, which when clicked will display all the other articles, and we can also bring in another button that says show less, and maybe we can alter the visibility of these buttons so that show more is visible when we need to see more articles, show less is visible when all the articles are already visible. So let's see how we can achieve this in here. To be able to add the new functionality, let's open the widget, control key and right click, open widget in editor. So this is a cloned widget. I've already created a clone of the out of the box widget because we cannot edit the out of the box widget. It was completely read only. And in this widget, we do have a server side script. So first thing that I would like to try is commenting out this piece of code, max records. Right now it is defaulted to 5 and also the value is coming with the help of this particular system property. So let's save and see what happens if we comment out this piece of line. Let's reload the portal page and I'm able to see all the 12 articles right now, but this is not we are planning to, you know, implement, because this could be a very, very bad user experience if the list of articles contains around 100 articles. Now go back to a widget. So this widget also refers another widget where actual code is written regarding the front end of the widget, regarding the logic, backend logic of the widget. And I've also created a clone of that particular widget as well. So let us open the other widget and refer that widget in this widget. Let's create a duplicate and then we are going to open our widget. So this is my second widget and I would need the ID of this widget so that I can paste the ID over here in my first widget. So let's open this in platform and see what is the ID. Copy the ID, close it, and then I can simply paste this ID over here so that whatever changes I make to my cloned widget are reflected and it is not referring to the out of the box widget. And as of right now, cloned widget and the original widget both have the same scripts. I have not done any other modification yet. So I can reload this page and it would still work the same way it was working earlier, showing all the 12 articles. Now let's focus on our task at hand. So first thing that we need to do is to add a button. And the second thing that we will look into is to alter the logic to be able to include the functionality on the basis of the button. So the button that I would like to add here should be right outside this ng repeat, because this is where the loop for pulling in all the articles one by one is running. So if I go towards the bottom, this is where I need to add my button or a link, whatever we call it. And I'm going to use all the tags that we have used or that ServiceNow have used out of the box. I'm not introducing any new classes over here. So if the length of the articles returned is more than 5, then only I would like to show my button. Otherwise, I don't want to show it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Then my anchor tag. Let's give it the same class, whatever we have out of the box functionality introduced by ServiceNow. And whenever I click on it, it should reverse the functionality and alter the value of the show more. So if it is true, it will become false because I'm using a not operator. And if it is false, it becomes true. Easy peasy. Now here I'm using a tertiary operator. So if it is true, show less will be visible. If it is false, show more will be visible. So let's quickly test out our HTML code at least without any logic, whether it is being displayed or not. Let's reload the portal page. Scroll down. So our button is visible. So this part is working fine. If I click on it, it goes back to show less. If I click again, it goes back to show more. So this is working fine. Now we need to add a logic here that about the visibility of the articles. So let's go back to our widget, and that logic needs to be added somewhere over here within this get ordered items, because this is the function being called in a loop over here. But before doing that, I would like to introduce the show more variable, and I will define it as or initialize it as a value of false. Now comes the actual definition. So first part that I'm going to do here is I will make sure if the list is empty, then I'm returning an empty array. Because there are no articles. Now next part is I will introduce items to show. If show more is true, then I will display the entire list of items. Else only 5, up to 5. Okay. Now next part is sorted items. I think I can copy this part over there. Let's remove the HTML part for now so that we have this entire screen right in front of us. And here this part is fine. Then instead of this, I would like to pass c.options.result, because that's my filtered list. And then this is okay. This part is also okay. And I would like to comment this out of the box script and return by updating this value and passing the sorted items instead of filtered. And then out of the sorted items, the items that I want to show. Okay, so let's save this particular script and see how this works in the portal. So script is saved now. Reload the portal page, and it seems to be working. By default, I can see 5 articles for now. And if I click on show more, I can see the remaining 7 articles as well. So total 12 articles are visible. If I click on show less, the list goes back to 5 articles. So this is how it works. You can add a challenge over here for your own practice, that whenever you click on show more, it doesn't display all the remaining articles, but it shows the next 5 articles. And as long as there are many articles available, you keep clicking on it, it shows 5 articles more rather than displaying the whole list. And in the end, if you click on show less, it just shrinks down to 5 less articles. So that's one challenge that can be added over here. Thank you so much for watching.